Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermornings. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love, support, and sponsorship of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and creatives of all stripe. If you are looking to find the person who can help you achieve your project, editors, flatters, musicians that you can actually afford. I think we might even have some audiobook readers. If not, I think some are in the works. We're reaching out. Things are happening. The Independent Creator Directory is the place for you. And if you are looking to find a place online where you don't have to worry about the ramblings of politics and the effects of billionaires, where you could just have a safe place to be hosted for a very low one-time fee, you go on over to the Independent Creator Directory. Join me and other great people who have access to the community calendar and find out when conventions happen before they happen so that you can sign up and join, and the social media network in the back where you can have access to a network for creators, by creators, where we discuss things like which conventions are good, what resources are out there, this type of thing that can be very beneficial for you and your business. If you use the link here, you help support the show, and you help support me keeping the lights on. And if you use coupon code, podcast1, you get half off. It's a great deal. It's a great program. Please be part of it. You'll hear more about it later in the broadcast. We are also made possible by sales of my poor battered copy of The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and The Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals, as well as my assorted fiction novels, the latest release being Haints and Hellfire, the story of two teams of reporters who get on either side of a supernatural conflict centered around a boy who's lost his family in the most grisly way possible. It's got comedy, it's got terror, it's got horror, and it's got a mild little threat in chapter 20 that delights our own Don Dulas. Daphne Lage liked it. You will too. Read this book. Hi, folks. It is happy Friday. We are barreling towards the weekend, which means for those of us in the creative field, many of us put down our hi, my name is Joe Job tags and pick up the art tag, be it writing or going to conventions or doing artwork or game design or any number of things. To those of us, as we wrap up the wonderful month of May, we are moving ever forward. Now, as we move forward, I need to list my accountability. I threw a few words at Hates and Hellfire, and I deleted a few words, so it about balanced out in the end. So numerically, not much change there. Yesterday was the monthly D&D game. A whole bunch of people weren't there, and they had to equip themselves before they could go to the Vampire's Ball. So the big journey into the castle was delayed. That does not mean that I did not flush out 5 levels of D&D Castle or RPG Castle with the option of many more as needed, fully mapped, rendered, and figured out. And all that will be going to the eventual publication of Dusk Falls Over Ravencleft Gorge, which I have put off for far too long. That will probably be next week's focus. I want to do the formatting, start pulling the things together, and just put it all together. I've let myself get too concerned about how I'm going to do the compatibility with different systems. So I may have to splice this over with the modified version of my basic RPG, and bam. Which means that if that works well, I'll be releasing 2 new RPGs this year if all goes well. And I said if all goes well twice because it's twice as nice. I'd also meant I got to hang out with our lovely friend Alec, who the only thing I could say to them over this venue, but I think needs to be said is, you may not know it, but I know the color of your parachute, kiddo. You're going to be okay. Any doubt, reach out to Mandy. Now, other news. I had other news. I am trying to schedule the playtesting for the Big Stompy Robots next edition. I have compiled enough proxies to make that happen. Hopefully, there's a good chance this weekend, if all goes well, which seems to be my mantra today, that Manda and I may sit down if we can get the table cleared off and do a run through. We will see. I have to do a little bit of numerical crunching. So that's marching towards us on our march towards September 7th, where we will be hosting StopCon. If you are interested in attending as a vendor or demoing your small, your independent games, or running other games at this point, please reach out to me. We are trying to get people set up. It's starting to be, it's about that time, Look, yeah, it's about that time. Now, I know I seem slightly discombobulated. That's because I woke up approximately 20 minutes ago due to an alarm malfunction. I have emergency awesome breakfast, and I am making do, because that's what we do. Sometimes you just have to roll with the punches. Sometimes things don't come together, and the world doesn't work quite like you want, and you have to make that choice. Is it going to suck? Or are you going to whine about it? And if it's going to suck, can you embrace that suck into your heart? Ruck up and embrace the suck is something that needs to happen sometimes. And even when you're doing something you love, as much as I love running the show, sometimes it ain't easy. And I'm telling you guys about this so that you realize that impediments and pauses don't mean stop. You get me? Sometimes it takes a while. I had the stuff to start the formal play testing for this edition of Big Stumpy Robots almost 5 years ago. And I put it off to do my part in Luke's projects, and I got pulled aside through several other projects that kind of went, well, I did my work, and for most of them I got paid. And some have come to the surface and manifested, most have failed not for my part, which leaves me in the odd position of having a lot more experience, but nothing I could put on my, curriculum vitae. I say that wrong. But that's okay. That is okay. Because I am now at the point where I'm not taking outside gigs in that field, one, without a very precise kind of contract, and two, without getting my stuff done first. Now, have I had some pauses? Yes. Impediments? Absolutely. Have I had bad days and difficult days? Yes. But do you think that's going to stop me? Because here's the thing, sweet cheeks. My beloved duckies, getting something that you want done at a certain time is nice. But the world does not dictate when you get there. Okay? And taking as long as you need to does not negate the value. One of the great flaws in American society is our race mindset. And I'm not talking skin tone, that's irrelevant. I am talking you're either first or you're last. And in a race of speed, that matters. As somebody who has a long-seated love of adrenaline and has been versed in the ways of applied acceleration and maintained velocity, I know this in my heart, in my soul. I am a Tockert. We understand these things. However, if you don't get married till you're 50, you are no less married than somebody who got married when they were 18 or 22, like me. You don't have the time in, but you're no less married. If you don't get a house of your own till any age, that makes it no less your house. If you're 30 and you get a driver's license, you are legally a driver, no less than anybody else. You have to pick your timing as best as life allows. I believe that pauses are necessary. I believe that if you've lived a life that at all matters, you need to rest and you need to grieve at points. For everything, there is a season. But coming into making a dream come true that is long fought, long built, that you put your heart and soul into at any point in your life and development, does nothing to negate the value of that dream. Around here, we don't give up, okay? We don't stop. We adapt. We change. We reformat sometimes. Sometimes we are imposed limitations on our body, mind, or spirit. We go through things and it changes us. That is the human condition. But giving up your dreams is not an option. Not now, not ever. Those of us some of us are young. I want to publish books. I want to be a writer and an artist, like a professional. And I want to do business, and I can't because of my money and situation. Okay. No. You can still write. You can still put pen to paper, fingers to typewriter, to keys. Fire up the computer, save it somewhere off in, on somebody else's computer. Yay, Google Docs. Write and work and prep. Move forward always cautiously, but always move forward. Do not let caution stop you from movement. If it means you have to pause, if it means you have to reroute, that's fine. That's elegance. That's understanding the tactics of life. But do not stop. There are 3 basic responses that apply to this sort of thing. When faced with the stress that is inflicted on us by life, you can fight, you flight, you run away, quit, disengage, or you can freeze. And you would think I'd say run away, disengage. No. The most deadly thing that can be done is to freeze, is to lock up. That kind of standstill often can save your life. As for mine, knowing when to. But you have to do that as an action. You need to be aware. If you freeze to your core, if you become totally paralyzed in your pursuits, and trust me, I have to fight it almost every day, you will wither. Your hope will wane. And you will dim and diminish the longer you are in that state. Freeze as a fear response is an absolute soul killer. That's not pausing to assess. That is not resting. These are different things. Because when you freeze, your body stops and your mind spools up at maximum speed. Like, one of my old computers having to deal with what I do to them, where you hear the as the poor thing is trying to keep up. So you burn huge amounts of juice and you accomplish nothing. The only way to get out of that is to make an active choice. And I will tell you, as somebody who's been in a few scraps, there is a difference between fleeing and a tactical advance to the rear. Fleeing means I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I'm disengaged. I am out. A tactical advance to the rear looks the same. I've called many a tactical advance to the rear. I am proud of tactical advances to the rear. But, my dear friends, my duckies, my loves, that means you're only going far enough to change your course, to come at the problem from a different angle. Maybe you need to rest. That's fine. Maybe you need to go another way and come back. But don't ever think I'm going to tolerate you forsaking your dreams simply because you deem them impossible. Remember, friends, the most vile, hated, disgusting, revolting, evil lie in the world, the most foul swear on this earth, The four-letter word to end them all is can't. Can't is absolute bullslop. And you know it's hard when I have to tap into things like that to keep from swearing. Can't is a great and powerful lie. You might not be able to do something to the level you want. You might not be able to do something at the speed you want. You might not be able to do it at the skill you want right now. But I will never abide a complete and, dare I say, cowardly can't. That you add right now. That's fine. If you can't right now, that's fine. Everybody has moments where they can't right now. A man has got to know his limitations. But the reason we learn our limitations is to gain humility and wisdom. The humility of understanding who and what we are at this point. And the wisdom of having the perspective to work around it. So know, my dear friends, as you go into the weekend today, as you look at the challenges that you are facing, I will not abide mere can'ts. I do not subject myself, yes, I do. I'm even going to keep that in there because there are a whole lot of versions of Nick out there, and there are very few things they almost all agree on. Almost every incarnation, element, piece, reincarnation, shred of my, my heart's so big because I think it was supposed to be two quasi-time lord nature will not abide an unqualified can't. I knew someone. I knew someone who went by the handle Kitsune Windsor. And Kitsune Windsor was a wheelchair-bound trans girl and an incredibly talented artist. And her weight limit was about a stylus. It was about all she mechanically could do. Most controllers were too heavy for her. But she reached out to me, having met through artistic and silly circles, as I do, said, I wish I could learn to sword fight. She wanted to learn. It meant something to her. I said, you can learn. And I heard that magic word, that horrible summoning of my wrath and fury and motivation. No, I can't. And I said, oh, honey, we will find a way. Now, we realized to make a sword simulating object, an SSO for this woman, we had to use an old style radio antenna. It's about this long. But she went through the basic movements in the simple sword. She could only, it was a range this big. She could only get her hand to go about this far. But she did it. Do you understand that? Somebody in a wheelchair who could barely lift the weight of their own arms wanted to be a swordsman, a swordswoman, sword lady, whatever term you take, and trained. And yeah, practically, physically, there's no value. It's tactically irrelevant from the practical side of things. But of the mental, of the spirit it took to do that, to decide, yes, I am going to train and be the best I can be. Because that's all anyone can ask. I have met incredibly strong, incredibly macho, formidable people who, I'd like to learn to sword fight, but I don't have time. I can't do that right now. And I look at them, and it wells up to about here. It really does. There are reasons why my innards look shredded. It's from swallowing so much of this BS over the years. And politely, for the sake of conversation, for the sake of necessity, I say, okay, your loss. And I move on. Impolite Nick, honest Nick, goes, you lazy coward. You can't pick up a stick and try? You chicken-hearted swinehart. No. Sorry, my genetics came out for a second there. Doesn't happen often because I don't speak that language, but key phrases that have descended from my namesake, Nick the First, every once in a while peak in my vocabulary. They don't have an ounce of the spirit that Kitsune Windsor had. Now, she's not with us. We lost her a while back. But despite her limitations, she put out art, she put out comics, she wrote, and she learned from the simple sword. She learned to sword fight. She's not going to win any tourneys. Honestly, they probably wouldn't let her in any tourneys. But she learned, and that puts her light years above all the chicken shit little pricks out there who puff out their chest and act all important and want to learn something, but don't have the cojones to do it. I'm sorry. I want to be an author. I want to write, but I don't have the time. I can't write. Listen. And yes, in the Tockert language, listen is 2 syllables, 2 words, 1 meaning. Listen. If I can grab markers and hammer out an RPG like a little kid playing on a xylophone, you can write something. A freaking word a day gives you a 365-word short story at the end of the year. Don't give me that you don't have time. Don't give me that, well, what if it sucks? Welcome to the artist's dilemma. Art is in a major part a skill set, be it music, be it writing, be it composing, whatever. It's a skill set. Amaguri. And here's the thing, my loves, because I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't care. You wouldn't get erect. Here is the thing on this lovely Friday. You will be better at what you do at the end of whatever project you're doing than you were at the beginning. Which means, for all of us internally artisty types, there will be a period where you look down at your art, your writing, your stuff, and you will not see its value properly, especially starting out. You will go, I suck, and it hurts, and it's painful, and it's demoralizing, and it's absolute balderdash. It is literally blatherskite in the highest order. That's why you have to have people you trust who can see outside of yourself and go objectively, wow, or you got to work on that. But if you do this, this, and this, it'll get better. Or, wow, that's mind blowing. Because it doesn't matter how good we are, our brains lie to us. That's why connections are important. Good connections. And when you build those connections, I'm going to tell you, my world dynamics gets very simple. I believe in helping everybody I can. I do. However, and it's a very large, very black little however in the contractual law that is my mind. There is us and everybody else. When I put my circle around somebody, they're us. When I say you're one of mine, you shouldn't use objective possessive words for describing people. Listen, I am, in my own way, a lawful good individual. However, my laws allow me to use villainous tendencies because I am too proactive to be one of those counterpunching heroic types. I'm just not that shiny, folks. I will see a problem. I will see something that can be a problem and solve it before it becomes a problem because that's my job. That's my job description on every job I've worked. People will say, you do this, this, this. No. My job is to find a problem before it happens and solve it whenever possible. And when I can't, I bring it to the boss. That's my job. Ironically, has a big, heavy view of my view on spiritual approaches. I also, the more I think about it, but curate your circle, because I could be very generous when that ring extends around somebody I care about. The rising tide, folks. You know, the couple people who live in my heart constantly, Amanda and Xander and Trelena and Joey and a few others. Hi, Alec. How you doing, kiddo? All the love. And mine. And yes, I mean, you have to understand, I am full Dr. Doom sitting in Latveria possessive of my friends and their well-being. Too many times people have tried to cast me as the villain and handed me the black hat. And I will tell you, friends, don't do that because I look good in black. You wouldn't think it, but I can look absolutely smashing in black. So there are things in my tool set of that school of thought. And you need them because happy, comfortable joy won't pull you out of a freeze. I had to learn that. Waiting for the 90s, 80s after school special genie, angel, alien to pop up and change your life and make everything happen. They ain't coming for you, kids. That's the hard truth. So if you have a dream today, right now, if you want to write, if you want to draw, if you have a story in your head or in your heart or in your soul, be it visual or musical, be it three-dimensional or two-dimensional, put down the comfort, put down the fear and pick up the shot that even if I just do it for me, it still matters. Because I say it at the end of every freaking episode, and I hope it is sinking into some of your minds. To my glorious eyeball people, to my amazing chat that I'm like nearly 100 comments behind on. You can write. You can draw. You can make whatever you want because you can edit it. You can improve it. But for the love of all that's holy, you can't edit a blank page. Nick, you hate the word can't. Well, how do you edit a blank page? By making something. I may have gone full Kermit the Frog there for a moment. I understand that. Yes, perhaps. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Anyhow, perhaps my cool was sacrificed for the passion of the moment. But the accuracy was not. So as I reach out into my brand tag, and as my lovely bright green cursor settles over the link for the Indie CD ad, I ask you this, you right there, other side of the screen. What are you doing to chase that dream? And if you aren't, what do you need to do to be able to chase that dream? Pick it up and lay it down, folks. And if you need help getting started, I know somebody to talk to. Apparently, this morning, I awoke and chose violence. To anyone startled, bothered, or offended by either my message or my delivery, may I, in this lovely time of warm weather and soft breezes, invite you to take a rather long walk off a rather short pier and enjoy the swim. Now, the people in my chat, who are the most passionate people that I know, the lovers of art and music and creativity, the beautiful souls who remind me every show why I do what it is that I do. My blessed duckies are as interesting, if not more so, than I. So, despite my rather long monologue today, I want to say this. They're awesome, and let's hear what they have to say. First through the door, friends, we got to pull it down and keep it smooth, because our own Donna Carlene has slid in through the door saying, what, I'm to be the first commenter? Indeed, people were late finding the show today, and that's all right. But those of you who have found the show had better like, share, and subscribe, because yours truly is in rare form. And Alex Creation, good morning, Alec. saying good morning to Donna. And she should have a good morning because she keeps the mojo in the dojo. And Alec had a good time getting ready for the ball. So next month will be the vampire's wedding setup. Will my lovely players interfere? Will they join the powers of darkness and face off against their former mentor? These and other questions will only be answered on the next episode of Dusk Falls Over Ravencliff Gorge. I'm so proud of you, Alec. And yeah, talk to Mandy. You're better off than you think you are. Alec, how are you this chilly morn? Asks Donna, and I'm okay. Had a rough night. Currently a bit of a rough morning. Hope you're doing good. It will get better. It will get better because I have decreed it. I'm sorry. What's that? All this time you thought I was standing in the shadow of my own fears? No. That's the shadow of my ego if I ever let it loose. I decree you're going to have a better day. Make it happen. Oh, I'm in a mood. This is what happens when I don't get my wind up. No mercy, Nick, comes to play. I'm up and hope to be awake soon. Well, if I didn't wake you up with that set of rant, I don't know what will, Donna. Perhaps it would require large quantities of electricity. And Sarah, my dear, has risen from her crypt in the wilds of Illinois, beneath the ancient clock tower as the day is bing-bonged in, and she goes through the halls like a specter of white and whatever that flimsy lace thing she has to sleep in is. Hey, it's my mind. It can be as odd and gothic as I want. And when I go gothic, friends, I go Mrs. Butterworth and the Mad Baron grades of gothic. And if you don't know who Mrs. Butterworth and the Mad Baron is, look it up. Hey, Sarah, says Donna. And morning, Donna and Sarah, Alec and Zombie Sarah. Rise. She's alive! Alive, I say! Dr. Frankenstein is my favorite bodybuilder. Anyway, I may have just short-circuited a few people. I have no regrets this morning. Good morning. Someone posted Hulu dancers on my Facebook page and made me late. Well, aloha hoy. It's motivational and necessary. I see no problem with that. And Carl's, did Thesis come in? Yes, that was Thesis greeting everyone. Good morning, Thesis. May your blade stay on point and your opponent's footwork slip. Anyway, and hey, probably lurking Foxy. I hope Foxy's at least lurking around or slinking around. Foxes do that. And Alec is greeting Sarah. And Sarah, morning, and Lamau Blade. Perfect. Vampire and zombie mode. Go figure that one out, Lamau. Now, see, what I see is a series of well-dressed gentlemen of rather large and impressive build slamming back coffee so that the vampire can then knock the head back and get it properly filtered. They are your thralls are your vampiric coffee machine. It can be done. And Sarah says, Alex! Dark Pope and Dark Missus. Hey, Carl. Y'all got some greetings. Sarah says, I might fall asleep mid-show, but giving my best. Holy carp. If you fell asleep in the middle of my tirade, I'm impressed and you needed the nap. Now, and Carl is greeting everyone and sets out the sacred taco of dawn for conjuring. Sarah says, accountability. Only a few more pages to beta read and check over for final submission to author and artist today. And co-creating my job position with much detail sneaks back in Koepp. Will you just cuddle down with your little vampiric teddy bear and snuggle in your crib and let the dulcet tones of my jazz radio voice pull us back down to a smooth Friday morning? I mean, I will violate it and shatter it like a stained glass window in a moment, because I'm sure someone will turn on Brother Love's Travel and Salvation show, Nick, and once again I'll be off like a bottle rocket. But for now, we must rest and cruise on through. Carl says, my accountability. My SEEP was all messed up yesterday, so I ended up appearing on Dan Hollifield's last standing for part of the show, the part with the bad advice. And Sarah says, at half volume, you think that can stop me? You think a mere volume knob is enough to stop me when I cut loose? Glad your SEEP is getting better. He had to. Understood. And I get the sleep schedule getting messed up thing. It sucks. Yes, it does. And as I read he and added a he out of reflection, I want to ask you guys a question. What do you get when you take popular and very odd singer Michael Jackson and combine him with an 80s superhero? The answer, and I'm sure Cindy Koepp is buried in the comments somewhere hearing this, is He-Man. When it happens. Yes, that was bad. That was terrible. Look at the regret and remorse on my face. Behold the field where my imps are grown. And lo, it is barren. Now, accountability, says Thesis. Got another 1,200 words done on my shifter story. Rock on. Got 2 more days till Foxy and I are published. Rock on part 2, The Revenge. Hey, Witsman Dude, just ordered a combination V and guillotine cutter for only $5. One, that spelling's close enough. As someone who has studied both social movements and economic stratification, I am well versed with the many spellings of the word guillotine. Accountability, writing, and researching. Nick will know what this means. Yes, I do know what it means. And I'm proud of you. Nose to the grindstone. To make it simple for the viewers without getting into things I shouldn't, I have encouraged Alec to take the same energy that he put into getting through this problematic year of high school, and instead of slacking in discipline and mental activity, use it for an extended adulting education. Learning the things that might not be properly said, and what resources exist for young adults today. Someone may say, Nick, that sounds like you're meddling. Have you met me? If I meddled any harder, I would sleep in a flower motif van with a Great Dane and a hot nerd in orange. Thanks, Sarah. I meant to type sleep and type seat. Getting used to the new keyboard, or not. I cannot hold malaprops and misspeakings against anyone, so I won't. I will, however, realize that because of the length of my substantial tirade this morning, I am a little low on ads, so I'm going to bang an ad out. Interesting phrasing, and I will be back for it. Thesis says, I would have joined last night too, Carl, but my Facebook Messenger ate the links. My game and the later conversation ran extremely late. So I wasn't home till nearly 9:30. And then there were other related important conversations to be had. Very positive, important conversations, but important conversations nonetheless, that are creeping into another layer of motivation to get some things that I've been personally neglecting done. So the world is, as always, a far more interesting place. See, that's why I could never be a proper radio DJ. I get too impassioned. But I keep people amused, so it's worth it. And good job, everyone. And you're welcome, Carl. I knew what you meant. I will say for a second, I thought you were having problems with your septic system when I read seep. Because at least in my area, I've heard drain fields referred to as a seep. So, context clues. We could have used your input, Thesis. It was a lack of guests, for sure. Sorry to hear that. Foxy zombies in like Sarah. Hey, Foxy. Look, if the fox thing doesn't bother me, you think the undead thing's going to be a problem? I got people who can fix that. Don't worry. We got you. Here's Nick. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yes, I've been on a kick of watching celebrities do things for the Johnny Carson show. So, like Jim Carrey's first performance on TV, things like that. And hey, Foxy, hey, Foxy lady, Oppa Gangnam Style. Anyhow, don't forget to like and share, folks. Please don't. Oh no, the zombie virus is spreading. Don't let them bite you. Now, see, it's interesting that you say that, Thesis, knowing you and your family's proclivities. You're already doomed. Screwed, blued, and tattooed is the proper response to that situation. So, in memory of Thesis's pre-zombie lifestyle, I will remember him as he was.
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
And remember, folks, if you're faced with a horde of the undead, totally excessive explosives may not be the solution, but they are certainly a solution. And going back to where we were, slapping my chair right there. Bam! Woo! That burnt up on entry. Fox said, I don't bite, I nibble. How delightfully urbane of you. When Maddie's in the mood, she just chomps. Occasionally holds on. And then I have to go through my day with like, okay, cool, we can do this. Let me know when you're done. And, hey, Foxy, about to face plant on my keyboard. Like the show, 2 whips from both hands. So are you doing the double whip Jacques Z Whipper? Never gonna whip you up, never gonna crack the whip, never gonna throw a hip on this booty. Anyhow, saves green room comment for later. I almost misread that R as a K and was expecting G.K. Chesterton comment, which I find interesting too. I can go either way. I'm bicontextual. Anyway, And let's be honest, I'm pan-contextual. Just like I'm polyamorous. Foxy wraps in blanket. It's a chilly 53 degrees this morning, for all that it was 80 yesterday and will be again today. Yes, I will tell you, the temperature going from 80 to 40 to 80 to 40 is absolute joy on me, and is in no way causing me absolute blinding physical pain. But I've never let something like that terribly impair me. And Thesis, I'm sorry. It's too cold for Foxy. You two will have to huddle together for warmth. Oh, look, there's only one bed. How many romance tropes can I squeeze in one bad comment? I don't know, but they probably have the first thing they said to each other written on each other's wrists. Oh, yes, we're going deep on that one. Morning, here comes the dawn. Doobie doobie, here comes the dawn. It's all right now. The nice thing about me being a terrible singer is I'll never get copyright struck for that, because nobody wants to be associated with anything that I say is musically inclined. And what's this? Dawn's fashionable felines right there, listening for the hypersonic squee echoing across. Takes it a sec. There it is. I really can't hear it, but it gives a really neat tingling vibration to the ear. I just sort of feel it. Sort of like how you feel infrasound of a tiger roar in your chest, even a mile away. Yes. There's our Dawn. Everybody's greeting Dawn. Hey, Nick. Hey, Donna. Accountability. Donna, and I made level 3 in our Muncie clan war goal. It's a bit of a deep dive there. But when I read the word wild, I saw Mr. Freeze. Not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the Goldfinger-looking Mr. Freeze from the Adam West Batman with the bright orange eyebrows. Wild, man. It's wild. Like evil IKEA Mr. Freeze. Anyhow, and yes, a 30 or more degree drop at night is normal for this area. That's part of why I don't live out there. Stay comfy, Foxy. Brr. See, you could have gone, stay comfy, my friends. And it would have fit. Foxy. Oh, I don't typically mind a chill as long as I have blankets around. And I always have blankets around. This is the way. I approve this message. That's a different breed of Manda-Lorian. Anyway, Mandalorian, because you're worth it too. Anyhow, yeah, it needs to look swagger. Dang stripe. Nitsu's got that drip, 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 and it doesn't stop. Whoa. And we will never attempt that again, right, Dawn and Witzman, dude? And now, out of game, Nick showed me where Garb's guard could be. I don't know what you're talking about. That is a slanderous allegation. I said nothing. I was on the phone at the time with my parents, who happened to call at the end of the game. And if part of the map for the castle happened to be out in front of you, and I was tapping along to a tune in my head, there's nothing that can be said that I'm misconstruing anything. You know, there's no proof, no evidence. No, don't you bring up the security cameras. You don't have access to those. Hey, what? Hi, Cindy. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah. Unless one of us ends up at O'Hare again, I vote no. Did the pat-downs get spicy for y'all? Or I don't know if I want to know. And what's this? Big stompy robots with simple swords fighting axes in a melee coming through the thinning veil! Oh, now I see a mecha with a folding chair. What's he doing sneaking around back there? Oh, God, he's got a folding chair. Donk. Hi, Cindy. And if you go to Amazon.com/store/Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert II, that's right, I'm a 2.0. This is the updated version. Author BO7P26PSF3. That's PlayStation and F3, like a certain film I shall not reference. Sarah says, not sure if co-writing the building blocks to a job position is considered creative. Yes, but dang, that's got to be a perk in there somewhere for all these hours. I'd settle for a piece of merch at AMC. You need merch. Everybody needs their own little plush Gothic Sarah vampire too. Sarah vampire. That needs to be a thing. Art you need. DeviantArt.com/Nick T. Another much delayed massive upload is coming. Carl says, oh no, level one. All hands, man your battle stations. This is general quarters. Sweepers, man your brooms. Hey, Cindy, says Thesis, and it's a whopping 59 degrees out. Cold. I have to wait for my little monitor to switch over, giving me strange finance headlines that I don't, to tell me what the actual temperature is outside. So I will update you as soon as I know. Tune in to Nevermind the Furthermore today at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, at this channel, at this address right now. Hey, Cindy lady. Well, I'm running late. Oops. Hey, Cindy. Find the rest of Nevermind the Furthermore episodes here at youtube.com/@NicholasTocker. And legacy.drivethrough.com/products. A bunch of other stuff /100 things to find in a house of horrors. Just one publication posted right now. Others to be pulled down to be reworked. Rock on. You know, Sarah, if you can get out here, I am running a show for independent game designers and related things. It would be awful for you to make your way. I mean, just terrible for you to make your way to Fowler, Indiana, September 7th, to the Benton County Extension Building, where you could sell your books and be seen and gazed upon by your loving audience. If I build it, they will come. And no, don't even think of reaching for that green room button. That's on you, not me. Mwaha. Help Nick teach people to be safely dangerous. Patreon.com/The Historical Fencing Guild. Indeed. Tune into the Historical Fencing Guild tonight at 7. Also, indeed. At youtube.com/The Historical Fencing Guild. Just like you should be subscribed right here so you don't miss a thing. And you ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling bell so you get all your notifications. You should do the same over there. Probably going to have to watch the rest of the show on the rerun. Words are getting ready to start jumbling, as apparently they did as I read. Love you guys. All the love in the world. I'll be here a frantic mess, and boy, did you pick a time to duck out. Rest well, Sarah. 29 days till Ickmack. Ickmack Paddywhack. Give Cindy some dough. A little bit will go a long way to help her get where she needs to go. Oh! Starting to feel some old skills manifesting. Feel ready for 2 of the 3 competitions I'm in. The third, not ready. But I will do the best I can with what I've got. Night, Sarah. I think you'll do well, Cindy. Thanks. We shall see. I'm a beginner, under 2 years of experience, and all my practice has been with folks who are bigger, stronger, more skilled, and have more reach. Practicing under adverse conditions is supposed to be helpful. It is. And Don says, Finch is fun. Hee hee. Today is the last day to get tickets for the 50-50 raffle to support Shadow Fist competition teams. Travel to ICMAC. bit.ly/Shadow Fist 50-50. You might win some money. You will be putting it towards a good cause. Terrors make Amazon reviews less impossible. Amazon.com/Brian K. Morris. The man, the myth, the legend. /author/Boofs. 1UONENI. Sorry, the knee came out, and being of a vaguely knightly persuasion. Now I have to go deal with shrubbery. Amazing short stories, Amazon.com, BP, and that. Thank you, which I'm hoping just go to that one. I'm sure it's good. I was nervous before each one of my performances, Sydney says. Thesis, you will do awesome. Thanks. Yeah, I get the jitters before every demo performance. This will be the first Tai Chi competition I'm in. Rep the Historical Fencing Guild well. We believe in you. You have the power. And Cindy, remember, as there is no flying green-haired mullet-wearing man, that means the power is yours. I recently found out that the 2025 senior games related to the Paralympics will have Tai Chi as a competition. I'm old enough to qualify. Get it? Get it. Sifu is still collecting info on how that will all work. Well, I hope you can get in on it. Always watch the warning lights on your dashboard, or your body will make decisions for you, because that's me. That's me, Daniel. Well, sometimes I told you, sometimes you got to rest, but never stop. Because you know what? If you stop believing, Journey's going to cry. They told you not to. Don't stop. Hey, check out Second Terrors at patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And squeeze, Cindy, good luck. I am so far behind. Sign in for a Rising Tides newsletter at risingtide.pub. Freezes a fear response, saved my bacon once against a dork with a knife, which is ironic because Fight did the same thing for me with the guy with the gun. But you got to do, and knowing when to do it is the right thing. You just don't live there. I'll try to post various updates while I'm in Florida at ICMAC and let y'all know if I'm going to complete in the 2025 senior games. Please give me something to be that excited about. Wait a second. The icon has changed? The icon has changed. Wait a second. Is that Hirohi? I went so high I couldn't hear myself. Oh, that's delightful. You see, just like Aubrey Plaza is a Pokemon who will eventually evolve into Kat Dennings, my dear friend Trey is a Pokemon, maybe more of a Digimon actually, because there's a little difference between evolutions. And see, she started out in her Duo Maxwell mode when I met her. And she digivolved into her Haruhi mode. Now, see, being that I've read the game code just a bit more than I should, I know that the next mode is the Yuko mode. And I'm hoping she doesn't take up smoking, but I'm sure somebody will make a very long Japanese style like vapor bubble pipe. And then she will end up running what she should be doing, which is running a small shop that, on the outside looks like it's meant to be a tea shop, and on the inside settles metaphysical problems with the aid of a creepy pair of twins and some poor fellow who got roped in because fate said no. Just blame me and Clow Reed. Anyway, I went deep on those, and if you didn't catch it, don't worry. Nuts. Yeah, Dawn's here. No, out of break. Gotta get involved in all my meetings. have so many meetings. That's because you're leveling up, 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 up. So get there, get it done. Bug all, you or nothing. Really? Really? I can move, Garb. Anyway, Alex says, I was mean to Nick as one of our players who's a hamster in a hamster ball. Like you do. Basically, this player hit the ceiling and dented it with his hamster ball, right? Continued. Then I pointed to the dent in the ceiling vent Nick made. Do you realize how narrow the line from NPC to Capri Sun is in Castle Solitaire? Wait till y'all end up at the vampiric dinner party. It's going to be delightful. Going to make sure you guys know where that dark side liquid diet comes from. Don't worry. Have a good day, Cindy. Have a good weekend, Cindy. Bye, Cindy. Everyone's mentioned Cindy. And I know I didn't get the new one uploaded. What I had to do with my time was actually more important, and I don't say that lightly. Stabulous. Okay. Now, I actually have, that's referencing one of my favorite pieces of merch I've ever seen anybody put out. I have to get the link set up. So I may bring that up too. It may become something I regularly promote. And we have, hey, Trey. Hey, Trey. Trey's getting more haze than a Clydesdale. Anyway. And Don says, pretty sure Nick has been talking to Ted. Ted told me to chill. I pretty much have been going since before the trip. That is, convergent wisdom, dear. I don't think I've ever spoken directly to Ted, to be honest. But yes, you should before you have a problem. Chill before you crash. Add more hay for Trey. Everyone, that greeted me when I popped in, and everyone that greeted me when I popped in, I'm still waking up. I understand. Carl's giving some hay to Trey. Understandable, Dawn. Dawn, we love when you are on, but yes, you need to take it easy on yourself. Yes. I'll keep you company, Dawn. I overdid things yesterday. Ooh, Foxy Snuggles. Do not give me mental imagery like that. I am an artist and a dyslexic. It will render in 3D in front of me. You mean render? No, rend. My focus will go right out the window. I know my weaknesses. Foxy is either laughing at an LOL or is having trouble staying afloat. Oh. Lisa says, you were stealing my Foxy Snuggles? Shame. If they could be stolen, you didn't have a good enough collar on it. If you love it, should have put collar on it. Anyway, oh. I'm going to get in trouble again. A Dawn Foxy Snuggle, him, swallows green room comment. Cuddle puddle! Cuddle puddle! What? But why are there sakura blossoms and rose petals? Dang it, host club! Not sure why not. Sure, why not, Trey? Dives. The problem is Trelena has a headset that I recall looking almost fuzzy if you don't realize what you're seeing. So she's diving while having earmuffs on. This could be problematic if I get dyslexic. Now, what's funny, he says, is when we first started dating, she was not a very physically affectionate person. She got such a look on her face the first time my mom hugged her. Now she will accept hugs from very special people. I got one of those. Not hugs from Foxy. I mean, I certainly would not turn them down. But Mandy was very, very similar. We're up to 61 from 53. We are at 71 and partly sunny here in lovely... Oh, I'm sorry. That information was redacted by the Earl Park Township Town Council. Remember that there are no dogs allowed in the dog park in Earl Park. Please do not park at the dog park in Earl Park. No trespassing at the dog park in Earl Park. Everything that I have just said is totally accurate and in no way a bit or facetious. In Earl Park, we avoid our neighbors. In Earl Park, they'll eat you for your labors. Anyway, now we accept hugs from very people. Well, my family, we really didn't touch. And Foxy, my rather German family, is the same way. What do you mean touch starvation isn't the natural state of being? Yeah, German background too on Dad's side. Mom was Scots-Irish, so always at war with myself. Well, at least part of you wasn't French to surrender to yourself. Anyhow, I have no problem being the bad guy. Because she's the bad guy. Duh. And yes, I absolutely adore Billie Eilish. Morning, everyone. Morning, Josh. I know at some point Dawn's going to send you a message. Josh! Hey, Josh, Dawn. And I know I'm the bad guy in several other people's stories. They are equally bad in mine. Oh, I'm the bad guy in some stories. I'm the enemy, the most vile. Oh, it's been a while since I've heard the old names. Anyway, which is really weird considering I'm fairly well dressed but barefoot right now. Keanu Steen may not have been comic right, but it was movie right. And where are we? I see a bird. And I see comments. Where did it go? Aha. And greetings for Josh from Trey and Donna. And Donna's greeting Trey. And Josh is, Josh is trying to get Dawn to be more pious and accept nomination as a cardinal. Anyway, if I say that if you aren't the bad guy in someone's story, I always say if you aren't the bad guy in someone else's story, did your life really matter? Hey, don't judge a man by his friends, judge a man by his enemies. Friends might like them out of pity or sympathy, but an enemy will only choose you out of true, genuine hatred. Hey, Trey. Didn't get a notification for some reason. That doesn't surprise me The greatness that is this channel is being held back by the algorithm because I promote creative and independent thought. I motivate the masses to ascend. Friends, all you have to lose are your shackles. Anyhow, and now I want to play Magic. I know that seems like an obscure jump, but now I want to play Magic. Well, that's a new spam text. You owe money on Utah tolls, except we haven't been on any toll roads in years. You think they're going to collect through a text? Ha ha ha! Let me explain something to you, okay? On matters such as tolls, I've only got one more silver dollar, but ain't nobody gonna catch me now. Ain't gonna catch the midnight rider. And with that horror of a tomb butchery made, Josh is equally elevated to cardinalship. It's really nice you think so highly of each other. From Dawn and long night, bad night. We'll take a nap after the show. Is it nap time? We'll see. I kind of I didn't get my alarm. So Mandy woke me up, bless that beautiful woman that I married. With 15 minutes and had pancake sandwiches waiting for me. So I've been flying this on no preparation and none of my meds in my system till probably about now. So beware, peoples, the new scam text. I laugh. We need your money. Ain't got no money. Means got less problems. Rest. Take care of yourself, Josh. Hello, pot. This is the kettle. And you before you think I'm being neglecting myself, I'm a big old cast metal anvil over here because I get beat on helping make other people better, but I still keep standing. I'm on fire today. I must have needed to sleep in. I feel bad for people who fall for them. Yeah, but my wife, she finds a way of making it work. Oh, I flirted too much. Now I've got now my soon to be proper producer and overlord is looming, watching, waiting. Just one moment for me to slip up. And see, now he has access to a cat, so he can do the evil overlord thing. I'm so proud. He did not realize that. You are welcome, sir. I will need a nap before that virtual colored room of disreputable blatherings. Coffee, nuts, meds. Let's go, rest, I guess. I'm sorry, my brain went Chicago spell block tango with that one. And yes, I did say spell block tango, not cell block tango, because Todrick Hall is an individual and has done things. And you won't look at Disney villains quite the same if you find that. Wow, there's a lot of fabulous flying today. I don't know why. It's almost like tomorrow's the start of something, but I know nothing about anything. I am a token breeder. I probably will as well. Good. Y'all, if you all schedule to take a nap at the same time, you're technically sleeping together. Anyway, I will, Dawn, just like Matt and Trey did that time. The naps I miss. There's a sky race and loose in the house. I'm being double entertained. Rock on! I love when my happy little derpy cats turn into like full velociraptors doing that synced up stalk mode. It's utterly chilling. Josh is laughing about something. Go kitties! Get the sky racing. Go kitties! Get the sky racing. Scooby-Doo reference when he said meddling. Lamau, Nick. I have excellent taste in entertainment. Thank you very much. And Scooby-Doo is brilliant. So, Trey, shall we give Nick a little leg pull on his oopsie on Wednesday night? I figure you guys are plotting to end my show at any time in vengeance for that. So I just have accepted my doom. Or did I do an wait, Wednesday night? What did I do Wednesday night? Oh, yeah, it was your show. I'm sorry. I totally lost my Go, Georgette. Go, buddy. Get him. Go, go, Power Kitties. Meow, 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 meow. Our little dog used to chase sky raisins as well. Our windows would have little nose prints all over. Butters is asleep under the table. Aww. Our sliding glass door is full of nose prints. My babies! And I love how I don't necessarily have to call people's names out because some comments are just clearly people. Sounds like my windows. Holy. Doesn't chase them like he did. I understand. You find a spicy one or two and you become more cautious. Might as well brag a bit. New book out. Lulu.com/Donna Carlene. Robbery, remodeling, and romance. Product. Blah, 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 blah. Q equals Donna Carly at question mark and all this gobbledygook. Available on Lulu as an ebook. If you want a physical copy, you have to meet her in person. Okay, I can also mail. No, you want to meet her in person. Trust me. Out behind the Luxembourg and bring a long wooden box. Anyway, the obscure references are flying today. The sixth in the Hunter's Ridge series. Carly Simone Martin is in the thick of it. Again, BJ's married sister is visiting and getting along very well with the handyman remodeling Carly and BJ's house. Ooh. Yay, Donna! And we went from 53 to 61. Then clouds came in. Back to 56. Dun, dun, dun! The air is stable, 71 degrees, at an altitude of about 300 feet. If you look to your right, you will see the corn is blossoming, and if you pay close attention, the young corn shark pups are just starting to navigate their way through life. Ah, the circle continues. Congrats, Donna. Sell them bookies. Thank you, Trey and Don. We are trying to try something new with the limited printed books. See how it goes for you. Keep us advised. Good job, Donna. A whole 79 here, says Josh Koepp. Accountability from Trey. Woohoo! She figured out the skull pattern that was giving her trouble on Wednesday night. Just needed to step away and try again later. I love the Freudian slip there. It is delightful, which is why I read it. And I'm sure right now she's cuddled up, sitting remarkably bisexually on a chair somewhere, just stitching away, having a grand old time. But I'll never know. And if I did, I'd never tell. That happens sometimes. Yes, it does. Good evening. Dropping by to say hi. Hello, Radio Retro Future. How is the wonderful world of the Association of Ishtar doing? Not too many incursions, I hope. Is our favorite little doll running amok yet? I hope she is. They grow up so fast. Hi, Bonzer. I know sometimes I have to walk away from a piece because it's frustrating me, then come back and rework it. I like the way you work it, bo diggity. Anyway. Woo! Almost speech impediment that one hard. I caught myself. Don said, done. Thesis says, I've done that with my shifter stories more time than I care to count. That's a shifter story, not a book to read in the bathroom. Hello, Dawn. Hey, Bonser. Hello, Donna. Hey, Bonser. You may fascinate a woman by giving her a piece of cheese or a palm-sized bat. Hello, Trey. Matthew Crickey's in the house saying, hi. Hey, Matthew Crickey. Giggles, cheese. Hello, Matthew. Absolutely on the cheese. What kind of cheese? You made Nick squee. Yes, you did. Nick just went supersonic. See, doesn't that feel good? It does. It just takes a lot out of me. I am not hardwired for joy of that level. It's kind of against my programming. Now? Okay now? Sure. Hi, Matthew. Lots of greetings from Matthew. While I'm here, Sunday is my birthday. I'm giving away free trials on my Ream Stories page. Rock on. Happy early birthday. Whatever. It's close enough. And reamstories.com/sponsor/public. Trey says, I still have my red holic bat. Solutions looking for problems. It is a beautiful world. But Nick, you encourage everyone to be more active and motivated doing things. Why would you encourage her to become a languid sake drinking living enigma? I encourage people to be who they are meant to be. The best version of yourself. And sometimes she has to pilot a giant mobile suit that has a proper beam weapon so it doesn't have to worry about ammunition. Sometimes she has to deal with a whole host club of people trying to get her to cause all sorts of trouble. And sometimes, just sometimes, she's where she needs to be to grant the wish you didn't know you were asking. Happy early birthday, Bonser. My promo code BBDAY when selecting informant or association for a month free. Happy early birthday. I'm going to just keep saying it like that, apparently. I'm not even going to fight that speech impediment. Happy early birthday, Bonser. My birthday is about 4 months and 3 days. Well, that's a little early for me to make a big jump in song about. But I'm glad it's coming. Thanks, Donna. I'll be away this weekend to share everything. So I have to share everything today. Rock on. We'll get it done. You know how it is. Dawn. Well, I'm a hugger. I always expect hugs from me. You never expect the Dawn Inquisition. Hug. You open a closet. She says, supplies, and hugs you. His mom is too. So is Thesis. That's a crowded closet. Anyway, okay, who put a quarter in Nick this morning? Manda, LOL. Speaking of, Dawn says hi, Manda and Xander. Hi. They both say hi. And Xander is apparently up and by the echolocation in the bathroom. Another green room comet has been swallowed. Carl, you're such a good boy. Anyway, at least you're not spitting, because Trey says there's no spitting in this house. My people. Foxy says, hi, Manda and Xander. And what's wrong with going barefoot? Nothing, but I'm not going to show it online because then I'd have to charge you. I pretty much only wear socks and shoes if I have to. See, as much as I like the concept of not wearing those, I usually have to because of the issues with my gait. And Josh is laughing. And I love being barefoot. Maybe that's because I was raised in a place where you have to wear footwear 9 months a year unless you want to lose digits. It's not 9 months a year, but Indiana can be that way. Lamau, Don, you'll get my response in the green room. Dun, dun, dun! Yeah, I wear them mostly when it's cold, mostly. And I've been known to walk the dog in sandals in the snow. The pot kettle comment. I am here for you. Gotta leave. Working on the RPG. Need to get stuff done for September. Rock on! Dawn, a lot of comments tonight. It happens. Tonight is all right for fighting. Anyway, just about cat lunchtime because they are pestering Donna today. I am cat-free at the moment. You're usually absolutely dripping in cat. Anyway, I'm going to try to make the comments go forever. Lol. Have a good weekend. LOL, the feline overlords have spoken. But it will not work, Dawn. Someone hit end stream button. Okay, still here. Oh, we will see you tonight, Dawn. Hulu is unhappy with me. Why is Hulu unhappy? I have not gotten any more blueberry muffins, so she does not get any. Oh, nothing like topping a muffin. Anyway, hey guys, got to eat and take meds. See y'all tonight. Bye, Josh. See ya. Come on. Yeah, I do have the Sarah Sanderson mojo just a touch today, and that's okay. Our altitude is 5,624 feet above sea level. Now, they told you can't farm at 5,000 feet above sea level. God made that land for buffalo. It suits the cows well, but it hates the plow. And now I may have to watch McClintock again. My altitude is 5'9". Mine is 5'2". I'm a short little thing. I am between 5'7" and 5'8", depending on what leg I'm at. That means I am the meat in the middle. My foot doc told me I need to wear shoes inside. I told him that Mom had tried for 20 years, so he didn't have any chance of making me do it. I know some people like that, and when you have the right kind of injuries, you wear your shoes inside. Yep, kitty lunchtime. See y'all later. Yeah, same, Donna. I will wear them if I have to, but that's it. Have a good one, Don and Carl. Alrighty, time to run some ads and then wrap this up because I am 40 minutes later than I should be. So let's see who needs to be spoken of today. Actually, we're going to do Cindy. I hope you're not watching because I'm going to run a Association of Ishtar. There are some flashing images for Monster's birthday. Then we'll be back.
Greetings, fellow traveler, and welcome to the Association of Ishtar, a multiverse of cosmic mystery and steampunk adventure. The Association of Ishtar is a clandestine organization of volunteers investigating anomalies called rifts, portals to other worlds where anything is possible. Most of these planes are but savage variations of Earth, but some are home to advanced civilizations or the occasional alien beings beyond human comprehension. Every day, these brave men and women are risking their lives by crossing the fringes of reality. Should they succumb, they will die in obscurity. But it's not the Associate's vocation to perish, but to seek out and gather information on the copious threats lurking beyond the rifts to ensure humanity can overcome. After all, those who pry prevail.
Indeed. And because it's his birthday, we're going to wrap up with that. We got a few more comments, and then we're going to cut out. Yeah, same, Donna. I will wear them if I have to, but that's it. Have a good one, Don and Carl. I should wear them all the time, but if I am not on my feet, then I don't bother. Y'all making it green roomable. But when I'm on my feet, I need some support. Annoying. So many jokes about elevated feet, but we're not going to make them because that time of the show where I ask you guys to please, if you haven't, hit the like, share, and subscribe. And keep writing, keep creating, keep doing what you love, because you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit the blank page. I love you, and you should too. Toodles.